welcome to Divinely Different Tarot. I'm Ashley Dawn, and I'm going to do a reading for you today, but I wanted to share my experience of going to Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween with y'all. So I decided to use some of the things I bought from Salem. It was pretty awesome. I do highly recommend going. Even if it's just like saying, a tribute or like saying, your piece to those that have been before us. And also, I don't know, it's just nice, like in general, because there's so many like people in the same area all dressed up. And I mean, that was pretty awesome. People were a little rude for my taste, but I mean, I could have just been in a pissy mood, and I don't know. It's hard to tell these days. But it was pretty cool. I highly recommend doing that if it's something you want to do. If you're not into people, like you don't like people, I'm not a huge people fan, I don't recommend it for you. But it was pretty cool. It was a neat experience with my family. But I wanted to share with y'all because you guys are my family too. So, for my pile one, for example, I got this super fucking awesome magnet from this guy. That was, he had a booth there. It was pretty cool. And it's a SkullRose. Let's see. Like how fucking neat that shit is. Like, it is so cool. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm not going to put it on my fridge because I'm too afraid it'll fall. He said that, it'll be fine and stuff like that, but still. But yes, that's pile one. For my pile two, I've got a Witch City tobacco pipe. So yeah, it's got a little kitty cat on it. But yeah, this is pile two. Wait, that way. Witch City. Pile two. And for my pile three, we have the Star, which, if you're an Aquarian, this is your card in a tarot deck, matches. How cute is that? Yeah, I really like that. I thought that was so cute. And interestingly enough, when I bought these candles from the same vendor, I also got this candle that I'm burning right now. So, yeah, it smells good too. Anyway, so that's pile three. So pile one is the SkullRose. Pile two is the Witch City Bowl. And for pile three, we have the Star matches. So in this pick a card, I wanted to do, what does November hold for you? And I did, asking that question, I did use Celtic Tarot to kind of see, what the overall energy for the month of November is for you. And then I wanted to see, where your main focus will be at using Divine Purpose Oracle cards. And then I wanted to see, what you needed to look out for, the things to be, warned about, And I used What's the Tea Oracle for that. I wanted to see the blessings that were happening for you, so I, of course, used blessings for that one. And then for advice, I went a little nerdy, and I went with Harry Potter Oracle cards. And then I'm like, not everybody's a Harry Potter nerd, so I also used angel messages for that as well. So, yeah, if you're interested, and if this reading resonates with you, please let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below. I'd love to see how it resonates for you guys. It's nice to know, where I'm on the spectrum. Anyway, and then also, if you like my vibe, please subscribe. The more the merrier. It's also really nice to know that I'm, resonating with people. So, that helps out. That really helps out. So, go ahead and pick your pile, and I will meet you at your pile. May we meet again. Bye. Hello, my pile one. If you chose the SkullRose magnet, this is your pile. So, okay. What does November hold for you? The overall energy is you got the Justice card. So this is what my Justice card looks like in this Celtic deck. So pretty cards. Okay, so what I'm mainly getting is that there's alright. So okay, I'm kind of getting there's a bit of an imbalance when it comes to a certain situation. Or it's felt like there's an imbalance. But I mainly feel like it's just because there was a choice that you needed to make. It could have been a choice between two people. but I do feel like there was like an option, right? Like options, okay? And like you needed to make that choice. And it's like weighing the options, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like I'm seeing like a pros and cons list, right? For like two different people. And like there could have been more pros with one person than there was with another. And it's like that's why that like option was chosen. But it's like, there's an imbalance to the scales because it's like not everything was seen, okay? Not everything was put on the plate, if that makes any sense. So, like, that's why I feel like there's an imbalance because I don't feel like everything was exposed the way it was supposed to be in order for this decision to be completely made. But it was made regardless. Because it was a choice that you needed to make. But I feel like in making this decision and making this choice, it's like something about like a truth, like some kind of words, like like it was like unspoken in a way. Like I felt like it was there. You knew what it was. You know, it was with you at your side, but it wasn't spoken. And like, why do I think this? Why? Okay, because like I'm alright. So I'm an intuitive reader. Okay, like I'll look at the cards, and that's how I look at it. I don't look at it so much by the meaning of the cards. Like sometimes I feel drawn to look at that, but I mainly feel drawn to always look at the like image that's right in front of me. Okay. Okay, and when I'm looking at this card, okay, so like this is you. Doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine, it really doesn't matter. So this is you. You are making a decision between these two people, these two options that are right in front of you. You are looking at the scales. You are looking at the options that are available to you, and you are doing the pros and cons list. Which one weighs more? Which one is more? Which one holds more for you than another does, right? And it's like that's what you're looking at. That's what you're judging by. And with you is swords. So swords in tarot is like speaking your truth, you know, like being on the defensive, standing your guard when it comes to your truth. That's literally what swords is. So I feel like that's what it is holding that, like that's what's for you. Like it's not being held up in the air because it's not being spoken, but it is known to you. You are holding on to it. Like, I don't know, like that's really what I'm kind of getting from this card. So that's interesting. Okay, where will your focus be in the month of November? Okay, so the justice. So what I got for your overall energy for the month of November is like, I feel like you're taking stock of what your decision was. It's like you're looking at your decision for what it is, like living it, you know? It's like I don't know, I'm hearing like it is what it is. It's a weird thing to think. Okay, so where will your focus be? We have environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach others about nature and the animals. So I do feel like you could be teaching those around you about like protecting and nurturing like nature or animals. Like I'm really kind of getting like, I don't know, like teaching somebody how to do something, like, and I'm seeing like in a backyard or like in the woods or something, like passing knowledge on to like the next generation about how to do things, how to build things, how to take care of things, or like animals. We also have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So you may be talking on a certain subject or talking with people on a certain subject. Like, but it's like I get like this setting of a lot of people being around, like giving some sort of a speech to a crowd of people. But I'm also just seeing like talking is something that's like really important, like communicating to people, like giving action, speaking to them, like a lot of people, or just speaking in general. Like there's also something about your voice having something that's like very healing, and also there's like empowering as well. Like I don't know, like I feel like you have this way of making people feel seen or and heard, and like that's like very important. And you give people confidence when you speak with them or when you speak to them. Like I don't know, it's like just giving somebody confidence in being able to be themselves. We also have family. I feel like you will be focusing on your family, loving your friends and family. It's central to your life purpose. I do see you spending a lot of time with children. Maybe your children or family, like your family has children that you'll be spending time with. Like, but I see really like your children, especially like a son. I'm seeing a lot of time spending time with a son. I'm also seeing, okay, now not everybody is going to like this, but I don't know why I feel like I'm saying this, but there's like a certain particular person that is passed on that watches over you. Now I'm getting a male energy, like they, I feel like, but they're protective of you in this relationship. Like they're like watching over you, and there's something very pronounced about a partner. Maybe this is a partner you're with, or maybe this is a partner that you're supposed to be with. Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but like purple is very pronounced. Like, I don't know why, but I keep being drawn to this purple dress, and it's like got a, I don't know, I think it's called like a handkerchief bottom, but I don't know why, but I keep looking at it. It kind of looks like she's gonna trip, but I don't think she is. But anyways, there's like something about this connection being watched over. Maybe the purple is supposed to stand for something. Like when I think of purple, I think of like royalty, or like, it's my favorite color, so I really think mainly it's my favorite color, and it's so pretty. But it does have like royalty. So some this person that you you know what's interesting is the more that I look at this card, the more I see it's like there's a lot of turbulence, a lot of conflict around this family, this like relationship, but like this family you've built or are building. Like there's a lot around it, okay? And like I'm seeing two children. I'm seeing a little boy and a little girl. And like the little boy, he's like, I don't know, like 4, maybe 5 years old, and the little girl's gotta be like maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 3. But they're not, it's not like a far like I don't know how to, like, okay, so they're very close in age, but it's like they're different than one of another. Like, okay, so you could be having a blended family. That could be what this is, right? Maybe that's what I'm so stuck on. But like I feel like there's been a lot of like conflict around this family coming together, this like connection, and I feel like that's why this person, like why you have this angel watching out for you. Like, and I feel like it's more like, okay, so like it comes out as like a guardian angel, but it's really somebody like that has passed, that has been close to you, okay? And they're watching over this relationship, making sure it is where it's supposed to be, okay? Making sure, because like I feel like it's a faded kind of relationship between the both of you, but it's like there has been so much turbulence, a lot of conflict around this relationship, like at the beginning or it coming together in the first place, like a lot of people against it, a lot of things that kind of seems like it was making it kind of feel like it was an impossible thing to happen. Like I feel like it was a lot to do with the mind, like breaking through things, like rewiring our minds, but also like conflict around too, like as in like things didn't always seem to like work out. Like so it could have been like maybe finances weren't in order, or like jobs weren't where you were at, like career wise you weren't happy with where you were. Like it's like something along those lines. Like it always felt like nothing seemed to like go right. But like I don't know, it's like things start to flow, like going across, like finding this like lifeline. It's like, you know, thrown to this connection, this family, or and it's like because it's fated to be. It's like going across it, like walking across it. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Again, so like this is me when I'm intuitive. So like I'm looking at like, this is you, this is them. Like, I feel like you have gone through all of this and your family is coming across this tightrope, you know, this thing that's happened. And here's this person watching over and making sure things work out. Like, this is the lifeline that they threw you guys. And this is the family that they threw to you, that they gave you. Like, this is the lifeline that you've been looking for. And I feel like it is like a lifeline. It's something that you've been searching for, right? But see, like, all of this water rushing, like, all of this, like, I feel like it's so much conflict, so much turbulence that's always been thrown at this situation, you know? But, like, they're walking over it, you know, because it's something that's meant to be. All right, anyway, what to look out for in the month of November. A spiritual hater, somebody that hates on your spirituality, your light, your magic, your power. Like, I kind of like somebody who's a bit of like an energy vampire, like somebody like that's around you. I'm seeing dark makeup, a lot of dark makeup around the eyes, like this person has like war paint. Like if you look at, you know, you see like it kind of like looks like war paint, you know. I'm also whenever I see this card too, I always think of like the show The 100. It's actually one of my favorite shows. Like excuse me, it's a good show. I highly recommend it. But you know, she kind of looks like the main character and inside of that show, you know. And that chick, she's very powerful and she's very like independent, and she does a lot for her people. She gives up a lot. She sacrifices so much for her people, right? But I feel like in this case, it's talking like, I feel like that's something this person has done too. They've made a lot of sacrifices to be where they are at, you know, and like they feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like they should have what you have. That's interesting. This person just, they don't like that you have all of this and they've given up so much and they still don't have all of that. But I feel like the things that they've given up are the wrong things, or maybe like, I don't know, like there's something about how they've gone about the way that they've been doing things is not like quite healed, if that makes sense. But this person also, they want you back. This is somebody that I feel like could have been from your past. And this is somebody that could have walked away from you or something along those lines. But it's also like a feeling of like, okay, so it's like two different energies, but they're kind of intertwined. And I feel like they're kind of intertwined because it's because they're spiritual hater. Like, they be hating on something that maybe this person from your past has done. This person from your past wants you back. I don't feel like this person's done any ill will or done anything to like hurt you in any kind of way. It's just like an ex, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, or maybe not even an ex, like, it was something that never quite got off the ground, is what I'm hearing. But then you have this spiritual hater as well, and I feel like this person is a little closer to home than the person that wants you back. This person, like, I keep being drawn to like the lantern that she is holding and the way that she's holding it. The way that she's holding it reminds me of like when you're holding a dog and you're like, you wrap it around your hand to have more control of the situation. And then it makes me think a dog, you know, and the collar, and then it made me, I don't know why, but like, you know, it made me think of when I was at Salem, I saw like one of the costumes, it was like a girl with a guy like with a collar, and it just made me think like, it's like, that's what this is reminding me of. It's like this person is trying to control a certain situation when it comes to maybe you or your relationship with them, or I don't know, it's something about trying to control like a certain situation when it comes to you. And it's because they want to control or they want to diminish like your light. It's like, I don't know, I feel like somebody's trying to snuff out your light, and this person is a lot closer to you than you realize. And I don't think you realize that's exactly what they're doing, which I understand. I was with a man for a long time, a guy for a long time that like, I didn't realize that's what he was doing. I did not realize he was snuffing out my light. I was also so in love with the guy. Like, when you're so in love sometimes, love is literally blind. You don't always see the things in front of you that you need to see. And I feel like, you know, sometimes we become a different version of ourselves, and it's not always the best version of ourselves. But the thing about love, when it's real, true love, you are the best version of yourself with this person. This person brings out the best in you because they want the best for you, okay? And I feel like the relationship that you are currently in, or maybe like this is like somebody like, I don't know, that's around you, they don't do the best for you. I don't feel like you are your best version of yourself when you are with this person. I feel like this person brings out a lot of toxic things within yourself. I feel like there's something about because this person is a spiritual hater. Like, they don't want you to be bright. They don't want your light to, like, be bright. You know, they want to dim you. You know, they're jealous of the power that you hold, of the magic that you hold within yourself. And I feel like that's what they're doing, is they're, like, trying to snuff out your lights. Okay, but I don't know whom this person is, okay, around you. I'm seeing a lot of dark makeup, but I'm also seeing the girl from that show keeps popping up in my mind, and I think it's just because she has blonde hair. Okay, maybe that's the reason why, and she does wear a lot of dark makeup, and she is like, you know, she's tough. She's pretty fucking tough. Like, she's a very strong personality, but she's bisexual. And I feel like that is very important too. Like, she's actually more attracted to women than she is to men, okay? But there is, like, a certain woman in particular that she had such love for, you know? And, like, when she lost her, it really fucking broke her. So, like, I don't know, that I feel like that has some kind of importance. But I'm going to jump out of that energy and go into your blessings so I can move on to your advice. So the blessings that are coming in for you is a blessing for solace and hope. So I feel like because you've been trying to make this decision, you have kind of like lost sight of, like, hope and, like, I don't know, solace. Like, I feel like you kind of been, like, living in a lot of drama, or maybe the drama you built up in your head. But I feel like there is, like, solace and hope. And I'm also seeing 41 is being brought up to me. Like, I keep seeing it. Anyway, so I feel like there's going to be hope when it comes to a certain situation. And I feel like you're going to find, like, a calm. This winter is going to bring a lot of hope and solace for you. Like, there's something very calming. Also something very, like, I'm also seeing, like, a high priestess in my mind. So, like, you may come across, like, somebody that, like, matches your energy, like, perfectly. Or you may come into this energy at this point. But I do feel like winter has a dark significance. I'm also seeing, like, first snow falling down and just finding some kind of a peace, or, like, some kind of a happiness, like some kind of I'm really feeling peace, tranquility, like, is what I'm feeling. And then we also have a blessing to bring prosperity. I feel like there's a lot of abundance being brought to you this month as well. Like, I feel like something about a lot of food, or a lot of, like, because I'm saying, like, food harvest in my mind. So, like, it makes me think, like, plentiful of food will be around. Like, that is something, like, some people really worry about, is not having enough food, especially with this whole EBT pandemic or thing going on. Pandemic, what the hell? That's not a good sign. And then I'm also like seeing, like, just an abundance and, like, things coming in for you, like a lot of things. Also, I'm seeing, like, things growing. Like, maybe that's what it is. Like, things growing. Maybe you have, like, a garden and a lot of things start growing. It's, like, harvest season for you or something along those lines. But, like, it's quite an abundance from it. And, like, you know, I see a lot of money coming in for you. Okay. The advice that we have for you, I'm going to do the Harry Potter before we get into the angels. So, for Harry Potter, we have relationships. The Fidelius charm is a very difficult spell that conceals a secret, such as a person's location. By entrusting it to a single person's soul, the information cannot be revealed through coercion or duress. It can only be revealed if the secret keeper chooses to reveal it. This makes it one of the most powerful and important spells in the wizarding world. Who would you choose to be your secret keeper? So, I feel like this is asking you to look at your relationships, and it's, like, asking you, who is your secret keeper? Who will you tell your secrets to? Oh, I just saw somebody, like, and then in their mind, like, their person that they tell their secrets to is their child, who is, like, a kid, and they don't talk. That's sad. But, like, it's also cute because, like, you know, it's your kid and you trust them. But, like, okay, but anyways, I'm, like, also, okay. So who is your secret keeper? Who do you entrust your secrets to? Who is the person that you feel like would never spill your secrets, or maybe, like, who would want to help you feel better about your secrets? You know, like, I don't know. It's like feeling like, who do you trust the most? We also have battling our fears. Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it. Words matter. Do you have a particular quote or personal mantra you use to get you through difficult times? If not, spend some time today thinking about it and see if anything comes to you. It could be a great comfort to help the next time you need it. So, what is your personal mantra that gets you through difficult times? Like, what is the thing that, you repeat to yourself when you feel like nothing is going right? All right, and then going into angels, we have patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. I'm kind of getting you might be thinking about like changing your career or changing your job, like something along those lines, and you've been wondering if it was going to bring in money or what you need for it to come in for you. And I do feel like a lot of it's saying yes, this is the right timing, this is perfect for this new venture. You have angels behind you that are giving you the courage that you need to make the changes in your life to make this happen, and it will bring you prosperity. Things will happen for you. You will get the money that you need. And then we have you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. I feel like you're a spiritual teacher, and you help a lot of people see things that they truly want to be just by being who you are. And, don't stop doing that. But this is what I have for you for the month of November. I hope this was helpful. If this, resonates for you for the month of November, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Otherwise, I'm going to move onto my pile 2. So, maybe meet again. Bye! Hello, my pile 2. Hello, welcome back. If you chose this bowl, which city, this is for you, my pile 2. I don't know why I'm stumbling so hard over my words, so I am going to do a little bit of this spray. My sister hates the smoke, so I'm trying to do something different. It smells so good. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to start with what does November hold for you, my pile 2? And we did Celtic Tarot to see what it is holding for you. You got the Sun. This is what it looks like. I feel like this month holds a lot of positivity for you. A lot of happiness. I feel like there is finding a lot of self-love and a self-completion. I don't know, I feel like self-love is so important this month for you. You're very happy. I feel like you're choosing happiness over being stuck in a certain situation or stuck with, I don't know. I feel like there was something about being stuck before and choosing to be happy, stepping out of this stagnant energy and into a bright and happy energy, like something moving forward. And I feel like with that, that's what actually brings you to what you focus on this month, which is animals. We have you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. I feel like you spend a lot of time with animals in general, or maybe you're going to be spending a lot of time with animals. I kind of feel like somebody might work with pet rescue or like rescuing animals, or maybe like a zoo, because I do see a lot of different exotic animals. But I also see helping wounded animals. That's weird. I do see being able to communicate with animals in a way that most maybe cannot. It's like what's wrong with the animal. That's a beautiful gift, and I feel like you do help a lot of animals in this way as well. I also feel like for some of you, it's just adopting, having pets that you take care of, and just understanding and having a really deep bond with your animal. We also have artists. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So I feel like you're a very creative being, a very creative person, right? And I feel like you just like to have different ways of like letting that aspect out in yourself. Like you like to be different. You like to create. You like to, I don't know, like sparkle. Like there's something about just being different in every aspect. Like maybe the way that you dress, like you're very outspoken with the way that you dress, and you're also very, like the art that you do, the things that you create are also very outspoken. Like I feel like you speak through the way that you are, you know, like the way that you, the things that you create and the way that you express yourself. I'm also seeing like you expressing yourself a little bit more, needing a way to express yourself. Like I feel like you have a way of expressing your emotions through your art. And it's like there is something about like maybe you've gone through a recent heartbreak or something along those lines, and it's like needing to express yourself in that form, and it really helps you out. It really helps you, not just you, but it helps other people to connect to like be like, okay, that is how I feel, and that is like the perfect way to describe like how I'm feeling like emotionally. You know, like there is like a lot of understanding when it comes to what you create. We also have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I feel like you have been becoming a lot more sensitive to things around you or to like certain things. So it's like you've been making changes, like you're needing to make changes in your life. Like I feel like you could be like, for example, I feel like you could be like letting go of habits or things that you've been holding on to for like a long time. Like for example, like I see somebody smoking cigarettes for like a really long time, like 15, 20 years, right? And it's like, and then just giving it up all of a sudden, just quitting, you know, or like it's like some, or even like caffeine, something along those lines, like something you've been addicted to for a long time and then just giving it up, like not needing it anymore, like cutting it out of your life. Because I feel like you're a lot more sensitive to it now than you once were. And I feel like you're a lot more sensitive to things now like than you used to be, because you're like your mind is like opening up. You've stepped into a different version of yourself than you once were. I feel like you've been stuck, you've been in this cycle for such a long time, and stepping out of it, you need to make the changes that come with it as well. And I feel like there is a lot of changes that you will be making. I don't think it's just letting go of this big habit, and I do feel like that is a huge part of like it's going to be a huge stepping stone for you, but it's also like there are other little goals too that you also start accomplishing that really help you out in the like long run. It's like little tiny goals here and there, but it's like that's what really gets you going. Like it's like steaming forward towards what it is your goals are that you have. Whew. Okay. What to look out for. And I have a lot of interesting cards. We have excuse me, threatening, intimidating, threatened, bothered, ego, hurt ego, getting in the way of relationship, rejected, and crying over you, sad, hurt, upset, etc. I feel like there's somebody that has a bit of an ego that has was threatened by you, like the way what like all right. So I feel like there's a lot of people actually that are threatened by the way that you are, the way that you hold yourself, the way that you're not afraid to be who you are. Like maybe it's the way that you dress, or maybe it's just I feel like it's more like the way that you hold yourself. Like you're not afraid to be your authentic self, and this might throw a lot of people for a loop, right? Now, I feel like a lot of people feel threatened by this because a lot of people have become used to the game. And I feel like that's what it is like there's a lot of people around you that aren't used to authentic, right? And like you are authentic to a T, like, right? So like people are like surprised by this, okay? And they don't know how to react to this. So they feel very intimidated by it. When people don't understand something, they feel intimidated by it. If there's something different, they feel intimidated by it. And I feel like that's how people feel about you. And it's just because they're all in their ego and they're hurt and like they don't know how to like accept things. You know, they're hurt. You know, I do feel like this like there is a particular person that has either I feel like they rejected you or you may have rejected them, but I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like they rejected you, right? And I feel like they did it because like their ego was hurt. They felt intimidated by you. They felt threatened by you, like because you are your authentic self, right? or maybe that somebody had threatened this person, but I really get the feeling that they felt threatened by you because of who you are, because they were living in their ego, they let their ego get in the way of the relationship. I feel like they were living a certain lifestyle, or they liked a certain, things, and it's like they rejected you because of the way that you are, right? And they felt like weren't enough in a way. I feel like they felt like they weren't enough. So I feel like that's why they're crying over you. They're so upset about this whole thing. They felt like, like things didn't go the way that they had wanted them to go. And I feel like it's because of the way that they had let things go. I feel like, I just feel like there is somebody that's going to try to reject you, or that is going to reject you. And I do feel like you might be saddened by this, but it's like, so rejection is protection, okay? Like, I feel like it took me a long time to get to this point, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have been rejected a lot in my life. So, like, it has taken quite a bit to get to this point where realizing that it's really protection for you. And and I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, like especially when it comes to like love, I felt like for a long time I kept choosing the wrong people, like over and over again, thinking that there was something that wasn't really there, making things up in my mind, right? And then it turned out like somewhere along the line of realizing that those situations were things that were just, not just like, they were like comforts, right? That's what it was. I have totally forgot where I was going with this. I hate when that happens. It's okay. Well, that just means I can jump out of that. Anyways, I do feel like, so rejection is protection. Looking back at those situations and realizing, okay, well, that's a good thing it didn't work out with this person, because it turns out they're like this, and that's not what I'm looking for in a relationship, and like, that is what I feel like is this, like that's something that could be related to what you're going through at the moment. But I feel like, a lot of people are threatened by the kind of person that you are, and then I'm also kind of getting somebody who threaten you or try to threaten you because they are bothered by who you are, how you hold yourself. Blessings that are coming in for you, a blessing to lift sadness. See, again, I feel like you were at a point, or you are, and you're about to get out of this, where like you are going to find the happiness. You are going to choose being happy, because being happy is a choice, okay? Like, here's the thing, like, life's always going to be hard. It's always going to be, there is nothing easy about life. It's not supposed to really be easy, to be honest with you. It's supposed to, like, have challenges, These challenges is what helps you to learn. But it's looking for the things that make you happy, okay? Like, there are going to be challenges, but there are going to be fucking amazing things too. Things that are just like, make your heart full, that makes your heart sing, and those are the things to look for, the things to enjoy about life. And I feel like you are finally choosing to be happy, because it is a choice for us to choose. I know people hate when I say that, but it is what it is. It is fucking fact. It is a choice, okay? We cannot wait for life to stop being hard in order to be happy, okay? Life's never not going to be hard. It's always going to be hard, but we can always choose to be happy, and like, once you realize it's a choice and you start choosing to be happy more and more, it does become easier. It is hard at first, and it will become easier, but like, I just feel like you have to like keep drilling that. I'm going to have to keep drilling it into your guys' head. It is a choice, and it is a phenomenal choice. But I do feel like for the month of November, your sadness is going to be going away. You're going to be choosing to be happy. And I feel like you're also going to be like letting go in a way. Like, you're going to, like, I feel like you're going to be putting your hood back, like letting the world see you instead of like hiding. Because I feel like you were hiding because you were healing, and there's this time where you don't have to do that right now, that you're like at the point where you can start being yourself again. I'm also seeing you have a blessing of the earth. Now, an earth sign could be coming into your life and blessing you, but I also kind of feel like it's more like connecting more with earth, maybe going out and about more, maybe like going on hikes more, just spending more time in nature. Like, I feel like being in nature really helps bring out brings you out. Like, I feel like it's very healing for you, okay, to be in nature. So I do feel like you spending time with nature, more often. Anyway, getting hot again. Alright, so then we're going to get into your advice. So I'm going to start with Harry Potter, and then I'm going to get into angel advice. So we have battling our fears. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, Harry tries to leave the burrow to start the hunt for Voldemort's Horcruxes on his own. Luckily, Ron finds him in time and talks him out of it, knowing that Harry will need him and Hermione to complete his quests. Harry eventually relents, accepting his friend's help and returning to the house. Sometimes the best way to handle a challenging situation is to accept your friend's help. Have your friends ever stopped you from making a hasty decision or offered help during a difficult time? Did you accept? Why or why not? Did you think things would have been different if you had made a different choice? Oh, that's interesting. I kind of went with pile 1 a little bit, but all right. You might feel drawn to pile 1. You might want to check it out. I feel like there's something about needing help from your friends in like a certain situation, including because like sometimes we're afraid to go for what it is that we truly want, for like our heart's desires. And like sometimes our friends, you know, they're the ones that help push us towards what it is that we want. Like if your friends aren't helping and pushing you towards the things that you want, the things that you truly desire, that's not really a good friend, are they? But like I do feel like there is somebody like around you that has been trying to push you to do something that makes you happy. And maybe that's been hard for you to do because it might be different than what you had envisioned to begin with. But I am like getting like friends helping out in a time of need, asking friends for help, getting their advice on certain situations. We also have resistance. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Fred and George Weasley challenged the regimen of the tyranny Professor Umbridge by unleashing a barrage of fireworks in the middle of the 5th year's owl exams before making an impressive exit on brooms. Do you think a public spectacle like this can be an effective way to protest a bad situation? Would you participate in something like this, or would you prefer to make a quiet exit? So, do you think making a public spectacle of a certain situation is helpful to a situation? See, I think it depends on the situation. Okay, like if it's like a protest against like something like a government or against like something along those lines to, you know, the public, to make your opinion stated to the public, like when it comes to like, you know, that kind of a topic, then absolutely, I think it's absolutely warranted to do something along those lines. But I feel like if it comes to like a relationship or like those kinds of things, I feel like it's a little bit different, you know, like, yeah, I feel like it's, you know, kind of got to be a quieter affair, you know. So like, and if it's for like a public spectacle, I think it depends on the situation. Like if it's something I really believe in, absolutely, you know, but if it's like something else, I'd probably make a quiet exit, to be honest. And then we have values and beliefs. While we may come from different places and speak in different tongues, our hearts beat as one. This quote from Professor Dumbledore describes the value of extending a friendly hand to people whose backgrounds and perspectives are different from yours. Think about some ways in your own life that you can honor diversity and practice inclusion. So, like, I don't know. I treat everybody the same. Like, I don't really care where you came from or any of that stuff. Like, I mean, I find it interesting, you know, and I'm not going to say I don't want to hear your story, but at the same time, like, I treat everybody the same because I feel like everybody should be treated the same until you give me a reason not to treat you a certain way, you know? Like, I feel like everybody deserves respect, but people can easily have it taken away as well. Like people automatically get respect from just existing in this life, okay? Existing in this realm. But at the same time, like, trust is also, like, you know, trust is earned, okay? So, like, I can respect you, but you might not have my trust. You have to earn that, right? And then I feel like there are other things that, like, are earned as well through time of knowing somebody, right? But I also feel like, and that's only because that's how you hold yourself in the way that you represent yourself, right? Not like the way what you grew up with or how you know, grew up. Like, it has nothing to do with any of that. or your background. It has to do with how you are as a person, like your soul, and over time, and showing your true colors, right? And I feel like that's what it's asking you to like look at, is like, is that what's important to you? Is like the soul of a person important to you, or is their background important to you? Like, is that something that you pay attention to? And if it's not, what's a good way to make others feel like, it's not important to you, I guess. Okay, but we're going to move on to, I don't know, like, there's something about somebody being close to you that might, like, have a different background than, like, you have. And it's like, you may have maybe at one point made this person feel like they were below you, or that this person might feel below you in a way. I don't know. There's something about somebody feeling below you. And it may have just been the way that you had treated them in a way. Like, I feel like you are on a pedestal, and you're not looking at others as on being a pedestal. Kind of looking down on others. Anyway, alright, other advice. We have, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Yeah, I also feel like for what it is that you truly want, just keep charging ahead and you're going to get exactly what it is that you want, because like things are going to start happening for you because it's something you should be doing. This is going to be a smoother road for you. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So don't be negative about the things that you want. Just keep going for what it is that you truly desire, because it is meant for you to happen. Like, this is something that you truly want, you truly desire, and it's something that's meant for you, but you also have to believe in it yourself. You got to be positive about it. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my defined purpose? Which way takes me away from it? As you honor and follow your guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. I feel like those don't really need explanation. So this is all that I have for you, my pile 2. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to my pile 3. So may we meet again. Bye! Hello, my pile 3. If you chose the star, this is your pile. Now, before I started doing the reading and when I picked it up, I actually thought burning my bridges. May the bridges I light burn my path, or something along those lines. Because I feel like you are on a journey where you have let things go that weren't doing you any good. I do feel like there's also letting go of people or situations that were holding you back. I do feel like letting things go. Okay, so that was what I was getting when I originally had started this whole thing. Alright, now, what does November look like for you, my pile 3? So, your overall energy, we've got a 6 of Wands. This is what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm really kind of getting from looking at this is I feel like there's a lot of there's a lot of people that are watching you, a lot of eyes that are on you, because there's a lot of energy around you. I feel like you are making a lot of changes in your life. I feel like you're in a bit of a glow up. So that's, I feel like, why there's so many eyes that are on you. I feel like you're going into something with your eyes wide open, you have full clarity, you see things for what they are. I also see a bit of war paint, so I feel like there could be some kind of conflict, or feeling like there might be a lot of pushback on what it is that you're bringing to the table. Now, I do feel like this is something that you're supposed to do. This is something that you're fated to do. I saw 48, so I do feel like there is a need to accomplish something in a pairs, if that makes sense. I also feel like I don't know, I feel like even is pretty important here. Breaking even, getting even. I also feel like there's a lot of stamina. You have a lot of energy. You're making things happen. You're making things get done. And again, just a lot of eyes on you, watching what you're doing. Some people are astonished by what you're doing. Other people are just watching because they're interested. Um, but I do see you walking this path alone. Okay, that is something I also want to bring up. You are walking this path alone. I do feel like you have spirit guides that are around you. You have like ancestors, but I feel like ultimately you're going to be starting this journey that you are on alone. And why do I keep saying a journey? Because like you have right under this card, you have in blessings, um, a blessing on a journey. So I do feel like you are going on a journey. Why is this not coming up right? There we go. Okay, so yeah, a blessing on a journey. And I feel like you are going on a journey and you feel like you are being guided to do this. Like I feel like you are literally being guided to do this, right? There is something about, it could be at night that you are making this happen. I also feel like I'm hearing like working in the shadows, but I do feel like you're making things happen that you're very passionate about. There is also an ending to something that you are leaving behind, a death to something. It could be a relationship, it could be a situation, but you're like leaving it behind. And I am seeing like a lily, like it's a daylily here, but in my mind's eye, I'm seeing a white lily, which means like death, you know, like death to a certain situation. Okay, now, what will you be focusing on in the month of November? We have study, reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So I feel like you could be doing a lot of research. You could be, you know, like you're really like gaining the confidence that you need about the career that you're choosing. I also feel like you could be getting a lot of wisdom from somebody. Somebody's sharing a lot of wisdom. You could be learning a lot from somebody when it comes to this career path that you have. But I am ultimately seeing a lot of research, like looking through pages, doing a lot of research online, like just looking things up. We have talk to your angels instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So I think that is something you're going to also be focusing on is like I feel like you're going to worry a lot. And it's like, it could be like through like the middle of the month or like, you know, it could be more towards the, like I heard the 11th, but I feel like there is something about like one of these days it's like you realize that you need to, like it's like you get the guidance that you need, but it's like you speak it out loud. It's like you finally breaking and saying, this is what I need from you guys, this is the guidance that I need, and you get exactly the guidance that you require. Excuse me. We have flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like literally working with flowers. I do see somebody making flower arrangements, but I also kind of like see somebody like, I don't know, working with flowers in like a different sense, like in a way. Like I kind of seeing like fake flowers or like, and making some kind of arrangements, like maybe for like a wedding planner or something along those lines. But I'm also just seeing somebody like making something with like making fake flowers, like I don't know, like wood flowers or something along those lines. Doing something very creative, making some kind of flowers, right? And it's like working with these flowers actually helps bring a lot of peace and a lot of like harmony to a lot of people around you. It also helps open up your heart as well. I'm also seeing something about scents. So it could be like, it could be that you are opening up people's minds more as well by like the sense of certain flowers and like the combinations. Like some people don't like think about that. I feel like that's something that you're bringing to the plate that like other people haven't brought. Like I feel like you're like I don't know, like a class on it or something along those lines when it comes to scents and flowers and what they, you know, combined with other things and what they can bring to the individual person. All right. Things that you need to look out for in the month of November. Okay, so I use, of course I use What's the Tea Oracle because like it's the perfect one. So we have like you originally only had 2 busy winning that came out, and I kind of got annoyed, so I went for another round because everybody else got like 3 cards, so I wanted you to get 3 cards. And so yeah, it originally had 2 busy winning, so I feel like you are going to have a lot of things happening for you this month, a lot of wins for you this month, like a lot of accomplishments, a lot of goals being reached. You could also literally be winning something like a contest of some sort, like I see like you getting like a trophy of some sort. But I'm also like, you know, but I'm also seeing like And then we had ignoring and looking you up came out, like researching you, studying you, getting info. And like that's interesting because you did have researching your career. So I do feel like there are people that are actually looking you up. Like somebody's like stalking you on like Facebook or something along those lines. They're like just trying to see what you're up to. And I feel like you're ignoring this situation because you're too busy winning. You've got a lot of good things happening for you at the moment. So you're just focusing on those things that, you know, make you happy, that you know, want to make happen in your life. You're ignoring the people that are trying to research you, trying to get information on you. But I do feel like it's like still a warning that they want you to be aware of. Like, hey, like there are people that are trying to get information on you. There are people trying to like look you up and see what you're up to. Okay, blessings that are coming in for you. We have, of course, a blessing on a journey. I do feel like you're on this new journey. And I love that this one has like, you know, they've got like dark birds and you have a dark bird in this one as well. So I do feel like this could be a significance for you. You could relate to like crows or ravens or magpies. Like I feel like they could be like a confirmation for you. We also have a blessing for peace of mind. So I feel like there has been a lot you've been thinking about these like this, like I feel like October was a very busy month for you in the thought of trying to figure out where you stand and what it is that you wanted, where you wanted to be at in your life, you know. And I feel like you have had to let go of a lot of things this month in order to bring you to your purpose, what it is that you truly want to do, right? Now, I do feel like you've been more natural. Like, I feel like you've been really stepping into your roots. Like, really, like, standing in your roots, right? And this is the journey that you're going on, right? You're going on this journey to go forward or backwards in a way. Like, you're looking at things from your past and you're bringing that to your future, right? Things that I feel like are very important to you, right? Things that you feel very rooted with. But I feel like this new journey that you're on, it might bring you to something completely different than you're used to. But it will bring you a peace of mind that is something that you very much need, okay? And I'm seeing purple as being like really drawn to me here, which is interesting because I think it was my pile 1 that I kept seeing a lot of purple in as well. But this one, like, I'm really feeling like it's mainly just trying to say that there's a lot of peace that's going to be coming to you this month. A lot of realizations. I feel like you might actually have like a lot of like premonitions in a way of like what's going to happen next for you. And it's like, I feel like this is what brings you the peace of mind that you need. Because I feel like there's been a lot that's been a brewing, right? I'm also seeing like a lot of like trinkets of appreciation. So like people could be gifting you a lot of things this month as well. I'm also seeing like, I'm like kind of seeing like a ring or some kind of a talisman that brings a lot of like, I don't know, there's something about harnessing a lot of your power or helping you concentrate on it. So there could be a talisman that is given to you or that you find that really helps you focus or harness your abilities. I'm also seeing a lot of black feathers as well, so like that could be something that's some kind of a significance. Like you could come across a black feather like on a walk or something, and it's like, I don't know, you feel very drawn to this and you end up picking it up and keeping it. I'm also again seeing flowers, like you are going to be working with flowers, but I feel like somebody could be gifting you with flowers as well. This could be like what is a huge change, like somebody could be gifting you with like some flowers, and it really harnesses, or it really means something to you, these flowers that are given to you. It could be like a sorry, like someone could be saying sorry and that's why they're giving you these flowers, but I really kind of feel like it's something else, like maybe flowers growing that makes you feel really special. I'm also seeing like a garden of flowers and working in it and making them like really sparkle. All right. Going on to advice, using Harry Potter first, we have identity. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Consider the light and dark sides of your personality. Which side do you think you have been choosing to act on most lately? It's a really good question. Now, I feel like a lot of people will automatically say their light side to make themselves feel better or to make themselves look better. But I think the reality is a lot of us actually kind of work and like live in kind of our dark side sometimes, and we don't like always want to admit it just because like nobody wants to be their dark side, right? But like I feel like there's a strength in it, admitting that like this is where you're at in your life at the moment, you know, like it's okay to admit you're in your villain era of your life, okay? And I feel like somebody's having a hard time with it. I just saw 555, so like I do feel like somebody's starting to realize that they are like the changes that you're making in your life are the things that you need to, you know, that you need to make, okay? You are starting to see that you're not always going to be the angel in everybody's life. Sometimes you're going to be the demon or you're going to be the villain, right? And it's like that's their perspective of you in that scenario, okay? Because like I feel like you needing to step up your game, or not step up your game, but you keeping your boundaries, like being like, this is where I stand, don't cross them. If you do, I'm walking away from the situation. Like I feel like that's where you need to be at, and that's where you are at. Learning to stand your ground. We also have battling our fears. But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. What brings you happiness when you are experiencing your darkest moments? Like when you are in your like in the dumps and you're looking for that like golden light, what is that light that's for you? Like what is it that brings you that happiness, that like tranquility that you like are searching for? I feel like that's very important for everybody to know. I feel like, because that's our hopes, that's our dreams, like, you know, so like I feel like that's something you really need to take a look at, and maybe there's something about it that like you can change in your life right now to like bring it closer to you, because I do feel like there is something about like not having what it is that you want, that you're like like you're not focusing on everything that's like right in front of you, right? Because like I feel like you're afraid to go for what it is that you truly desire, because like I don't know, I feel like you're afraid that it's going to be taken away from you. But like I feel like you also need to realize that you need to go for what it is that you want. Okay, we also have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see. Kind of makes me think of one of my cards that I have, like a blessing that you did not see yet is coming, but it's something that you very much want, something that you've been asking for. But it's something that you can't see, you know? Like, I feel like you feel it. You're right on the edge of it, but, like, you can't see it, so you're kind of getting irritated and annoyed, you know, because you just want it to be here already. But I feel like it's right fucking there. So just, like, have a little more patience. I know it's so hard hearing that. Not everybody want to hear that, but it's truth. We also have your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to a greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and minds. So I feel like you are feeling a bit angry about certain situations, and I feel like it's because you've had to go through a lot and right, you know? And I feel like those things you've been going through, I feel like you've been like, I feel like you went through a lot of breakup, a lot of like heartache, and I feel like you are currently, you know, you've let go of that. You're like burning those bridges, you're moving forward, but I feel like there is a lot of anger that's still when you think about those situations. And I feel like, you know, opening up will bring in the greater love to help you heal and to forgive these people, especially yourself. I feel like you're having a really hard time forgiving yourself. You know, I feel like you really need to ask your guides to help you forgive yourself, because you know what, like, you deserve to forgive yourself. You didn't know in that moment what was going on in this situation. Like, you can't be mad at yourself for something that you didn't fucking know. Even if you thought you had a feeling or you thought you saw a red flag, like, you didn't know in that situation, which is why you were taught that. You know, it's fine. We all make mistakes. We learn from them. We get up and we don't do it again. All right, we have yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. So I feel like yoga and exercise, like I feel like stretching is really going to be helpful to you at this moment. I feel like you're going to also be meditating during this time as well. But I do feel like you're going to be focusing more on like your body, and like that's what your guides are asking you to do, is like focus on your health. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So I do feel like, you know, you are at the end of this cycle in your life. That's why I feel like burning bridges, like you're letting things go. You're like at the end of a cycle. and I do feel like you're sad about this, because it is very sad letting go of things, but I feel like you need a little bit of guidance to help you onto your next step. We have, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. I feel like that's what all of these eyes are. Like, all these eyes are all people, like, watching and some people are going to be, like, trying to start crap, like, conflict, talking crap about you behind your back, but then there are going to be others that are inspired by what you're doing, and they're going to want to copy you, do the same thing that you're doing, because they see that you're doing it, and they want to have what you have. So they try to, duplicate it, which is actually pretty great. We want people to heal. So, yeah. Anyways, this is all I have for you, my pile 3. I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to go. So, maybe meet again. Bye!